Bonjour.
Bonjour.
So we just got to see the second listing with our agent, and it started out as quite a mystery.
Yeah.
Because we were only presented with 2 photos that didn't show a lot.
Correct.
And a floor plan.
Yep.
But it was bigger.
And it didn't show up on any of the searches that I was doing personally and all the other websites that our agent was pulling from as well, so it was a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, so we're thinking, okay, maybe this agent thing is already paying off. It's in a great neighborhood, close to Trocadero, where we work all the time, back to our original neighborhood-ish. Right. So we were feeling good about location, but just curious about the rest of it, because we really didn't know what to expect. And it was a lower floor. It's a 3rd floor. So we were like, we kind of wanted 5 or above.
And based on the description we had, we thought we knew where it was in the building, so we immediately hopped on bikes when the agent sent us a listing, rode down to the neighborhood, and thought we found the building, thought we found the balcony. We're like, nope, not gonna work.
Yeah, the thing was the floor wasn't showing a balcony. Yeah. So we were confused, like something can't be quite right.
Like the one little teeny tiny things, you know, like it's just like a foot deep.
Yeah.
But so we're like, we'll go and see it, whatever. But, you know.
So after the meeting on our own with the Arc de Triomphe place, with that realtor, he reiterated something we had heard before, which was that if you like it, you should be excited. They're not the ones choosing, but they basically put the dossiers in order of who they perhaps think might be a good fit.
Right, to the owner.
And that place we saw that day was cool, but like we knew it wasn't for us, so we were probably, he might have told us that, like trying to gauge.
I guess in our reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it reiterated, if we like it or if we think we like it, we need to act excited and just like gush over it. But
I'll never forget. He was like, "What are you? Do you like the place?" Or because he spoke English as well, and he was like, "You know, this is very important to us." And we're like, "We knew about this, but we asked him to elaborate." He's like, "You know, it's someone's home that they are offering, and it's very important to them that you know you show appreciation and that you like it and show excitement." And we're like, "Okay, so the rumors that we've heard are true. That like." You really do need to show up and show off or show out, whatever they say these days.
Right.
And just even if you think there's the tiniest possibility that you might want it, you act like it's the greatest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, your dossier goes down to the bottom.
Exactly.
So,
but we realized between the 2 of us then that meant we need a code of are we putting on and we're not sure yet, or do we really love it?
Yeah, because if she's really into it and I'm not, then we got to make sure that we're kind of on the same page. And then if we were both in love with it, we need to like make sure that we're both on the same page, landed on thick.
So we decided the real code between us would be like a little golf clap, like, this is going well.
She usually
I'm
does.
liking
It's
it.
like her happy food dance when she's at the table.
I get excited.
So,
so now we meet Tony to see the place.
It's not the place that we thought it was.
It is not.
It's
better.
Further down the street, and we're like, holy crap, is that it? Is that the terrace?
This is
okay,
good.
This is looking good.
And we were meeting, obviously our agent was taking us, but it wasn't the actual owner we were meeting with, it was their parents.
Yes.
So an older couple. So we go in. I think everybody's on time this time.
Yeah. The first thing is, of course, the elevator, because the bike has to fit in it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's close.
It's really tight.
It may or may not work, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So we go up the elevator, and first of all, we were greeted with these big double wooden doors. Compared to our tiny single door that we've had at the last 2 apartments. We're like, good first impression.
Yes. And as soon as the doors opened, we were flooded with light.
Yes.
Second good impression.
From the right.
Because we were worried about the lower floor, like would there be enough light coming in? And there was. And you walk into the foyer, and then immediately as you glance into the living room, you just see all the beautiful detail.
Yeah, that's right.
And like the ceiling medallions in the middle.
Like the classic Parisian details,
the beautiful floors,
and charm,
the wood floors,
chevron pattern parquet. Yeah.
So like pretty much like the first chance Doug had to turn around. I'm like, okay. And then they were talking to us, obviously, like starting to take us through the living room, and then the living room passes the door back into what will be our office room. Should we get it?
Yeah.
And so by the time we hooked around into the office room, and he seriously turned his head back to me, like eyes huge. I'm like, I'm about to cry. I'm like, this place is
Yeah,
beautiful.
just with each room it got better and better. Because
Had a
again,
beautiful
like,
fireplace.
we went in completely blind. Normally there's enough pictures where you can formulate a good opinion and know what to expect going in, but there was just nothing except the floor plan and 2 random pictures, which we'll show you. But yeah, just one thing after another after another. The kitchen, I'm trying to remember.
The living room has a couple weird orange patches.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then the bathroom has some pink that if we get this one, we would want to change.
Let's be honest. And then the toilet room is all pink as well, like Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yeah, Pepto Pink. Pepto Pink. There you go. So that would be something we would change right away.
And then the bedroom was really cool because it had the, you can look down into the courtyard where the bikes are. So then there was the bike storage and everything in the courtyards.
And there is a cave, but a cave, but they didn't actually get to take us down there. So, but we know it exists.
We've got extra storage.
That's good.
Should it work out?
And the place, even though it's about 200 square feet bigger than our current one, it feels double the size.
I think the high ceilings probably helps. But back to the tour and everything, like the older couple were so nice and sweet. And of course, once we had the clap signal, we're just gushing it on. We're using every French word possible.
Yeah, because they weren't speaking English. There was no English being spoken. It was all French. I was being quiet because I was like, I don't want to mess this up. I'll just let Doug go, and I'll smile and be happy. I was almost in tears.
Getting on our knees, groveling, crying to say like we love this place. Oh, the other thing was that if you remember, Tony told us they're only showing it to 5 people over 2 days, and then they're shutting it down, and they will pick from those 5. I think we were the second showing.
Yes. And we're like, 5's not bad, because sometimes you can go to these apartments and maybe there's 20, 30 people seeing it. So like, okay, that decreases our odds.
They really only need to show 5. They're not going to have any problem renting this place.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
But yeah, I struck up some conversation. Somehow we connected about cycling and bikes and the Tour de France. I think it was a lady that was interested in that.
Yes.
So I just kept talking to her about that and the race that I have coming up and everything. And yeah, we told them like, we'll pay now, we'll do whatever, like don't show it to anyone else.
They're like, when can you move in? We're like, today.
Yes. I don't care if we have to pay 2 rents for a month or 2, like it's worth it. And to be noted, it is a touch over our ideal budget.
Yes.
But it checks almost every single box, with the exception of 1, maybe 2, and they're minor boxes.
Right.
Because when you talk about real estate, you're always going to have to sacrifice something, which we know. We've bought a couple of places and rented several places, so we understand the sacrifice.
Which is when we were hoping, one of the main things we were hoping for, like a stackable washer dryer situation, because we haven't had the dryer. We still don't have that opportunity, but we may be able to fit a dryer in. Yeah,
he said we can take the cabinet off underneath the sink and either put in a dryer unit or a dishwasher there.
Yeah, a dishwasher.
If you want, which was cool that they're open to letting you do these things to the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, oh man, like. So
we are,
like pins and needles, fingers crossed, croisez les doigts, as the French say. Hope that we laid it on enough. Our agent we could tell, and he told us right after the meeting that he just needs to explain to them a bit more about self-employment and everything and how that works. Because of, it's like we've said already, it's very difficult here when you're self-employed versus having a contract job. But if he can work his magic and get us in, we think that we made a good enough impression with this couple that our dossier should be to the top of the 5. So happy clap. We'll see.
And they're not supposed to take long to decide. So we're hoping to know in the next 3-4 days.
Yeah. So
wish us luck.
We'll let you know. All right.
Till next time.
Au revoir.
Hopefully with keys.
Grand bisous.
Grand bisous. Au revoir.